Nikola Tesla, the forgotten genius who changed the world. Welcome to Bytes, where we delve into the lives of history's most extraordinary figures. Today, we explore the life of Nikola Tesla, a man whose imagination and intellect shaped the modern world. From humble beginnings to groundbreaking discoveries, his journey was filled with genius, ambition, and heartache. Stay with us as we uncover the story of a visionary far ahead of his time. Nikola Tesla was born on July 10, 1856, in the small village of Smiljan, nestled in the Lika region. At the time, this picturesque area was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, but today, it is located in Croatia. His family was deeply rooted in Serbian Orthodox traditions. His father, Milutin Tesla, was a priest and a gifted writer who believed in the power of education and reform. His mother, Juka Mandish, though uneducated formally, was a natural inventor. She was known for her resourcefulness, creating household tools and weaving a legacy of ingenuity that would profoundly influence her son. Tesla grew up in a household where intellect, creativity, and discipline were cherished. Surrounded by books, ideas, and the strong moral teachings of his family, his early years were shaped by a rich cultural heritage and an insatiable curiosity. The landscapes of Lika, with its rolling hills and serene countryside, provided a perfect setting for a young mind to wander and dream. It was here that Tesla first encountered the wonders of nature, sparking his imagination and setting him on a path that would change the world forever. This was the beginning of a life dedicated to discovery, a life that would bridge the gap between the ordinary and the extraordinary. From an early age, Nikola Tesla showed an insatiable curiosity that set him apart. His mind was like a whirlwind of ideas, constantly questioning the world around him. One of his earliest fascinations came from a simple, everyday experience with his family's black cat, Macaque. While stroking the cat, he noticed a spark of light jump between his hand and its fur. His father explained it as electricity, a mysterious force that Tesla became determined to understand. Tesla's imagination was vivid, almost overwhelming at times. He often struggled to separate his visions from reality, but instead of fearing these vivid mental images, he began using them as tools, mentally constructing intricate machines and testing them in his mind. This method would later become a defining feature of his genius. Encouraged by his mother's inventive nature, Tesla began experimenting with everyday objects. He designed simple tools, took apart clocks to understand their inner workings, and even sketched ideas for flying machines that resembled modern helicopters. His creativity knew no bounds, but Tesla's childhood wasn't without its hardships. The tragic death of his older brother Dane, caused by a freak accident, haunted him deeply. It introduced a shadow of grief into his life, pushing him to strive for perfection in everything he did, a way to honor his brother's memory and gain his father's approval. Through both triumphs and trials, young Tesla's relentless curiosity and boundless imagination laid the foundation for a lifetime of groundbreaking discoveries. The death of Nikola Tesla's older brother Dane was a profound tragedy that left a lasting mark on his life. Dane, who was often seen as the family's golden child, was a source of inspiration for young Nikola. His sudden and tragic death, caused by an accident involving the family's Arabian horse, was a moment of deep trauma for Tesla, who witnessed it firsthand. The loss devastated the Tesla family. Milutin, Nikola's father, was overwhelmed by grief and began to withdraw emotionally. This created a distance between father and son, as Nikola struggled to fill the void left by Dane. Desperate for his father's approval, Nikola threw himself into his studies and creative pursuits, but his efforts were often met with criticism rather than encouragement. The pain of Dane's death eventually prompted the family to leave their idyllic countryside home in Smiljan and relocate to the larger town of Gospic. This move was meant to provide a fresh start, but for young Nikola, it brought new challenges. The bustling environment of Gospic was a stark contrast to the quiet landscapes of his childhood, and adapting to urban life was difficult. In the shadow of grief and in a new and unfamiliar place, Tesla's resilience began to take shape. He found solace in his imagination and in the ideas that constantly filled his mind. This period of upheaval and loss would later fuel his relentless drive to achieve greatness and make his family proud. Nikola Tesla's academic journey began at the Real Gymnasium in Gospic, where his natural brilliance quickly set him apart. From the start, Tesla showed an extraordinary aptitude for mathematics and science. He could solve complex equations in his head, astonishing his teachers and classmates alike. But his true passion was electricity. Inspired by his early childhood encounters with the mysterious force, Tesla's fascination only deepened during his studies. He became captivated by the possibilities it held for transforming the world. Yet his path to engineering wasn't straightforward. Tesla's father, Milutin, envisioned a different future for him, one in the priesthood, following the family's religious tradition. The pressure was immense, and it clashed with Nikola's growing desire to pursue a life of invention and discovery. Adding to these challenges was Tesla's fragile health. As a young man, he endured bouts of illness, including a serious case of cholera that left him bedridden for months. During this time, Tesla's determination never wavered. He devoured books, fueling his mind even as his body struggled to recover. One pivotal moment came during his illness. Desperate to see his son survive, Milutin promised Tesla that if he recovered, he could study engineering at a prestigious school. For Tesla, this promise became a turning point. It reignited his will to live and set him firmly on the path toward his true calling. At the Real Gymnasium, Tesla's relentless curiosity and hunger for knowledge grew stronger. He immersed himself in the works of great scientists, laying the foundation for the revolutionary ideas that would later define his career. Despite the obstacles, Tesla's unwavering passion for electricity guided him toward the future he dreamed of, a future that would forever change the world. After completing his studies, Nikola Tesla embarked on a journey that would take him across Europe in pursuit of his dreams. His first stop was Maribor, where he worked as a draftsman, earning a modest income while continuing to feed his insatiable curiosity about electricity. However, his time in Maribor was short-lived. Without proper residency papers, he was soon forced to return to his family under police escort, a humbling setback for the young inventor. Tesla's next chapter began in Budapest, where he joined the American telephone company as an engineer. Here, he worked on improving the city's telephone exchange system, a job that not only refined his technical skills, but also exposed him to the latest innovations in electrical engineering. It was in Budapest that inspiration struck Tesla with the force of lightning. While walking through a park with a colleague, Tesla suddenly visualized the concept of the rotating magnetic field, a breakthrough that would become the cornerstone of modern alternating current, AC systems. In a moment of pure genius, he sketched the blueprint for his idea in the dirt with a stick, explaining how it would allow electric motors to operate more efficiently without the need for the cumbersome mechanical parts used in existing designs. This revolutionary idea marked the beginning of Tesla's work with AC, setting him apart as a visionary thinker. His rotating magnetic field was not just an abstract concept. It was a practical solution to a problem that had stumped engineers for years. Despite the challenges and setbacks he faced, Tesla's time in Europe laid the foundation for his groundbreaking innovations. His unyielding drive and capacity for visionary thought were already shaping the future of electricity, even as he continued to seek opportunities to bring his ideas to life. In 1884, Nikola Tesla arrived in the United States, stepping onto the bustling streets of New York City with just 4 cents in his pocket, a few of his belongings, and an introductory letter from his former employer. That letter was addressed to none other than Thomas Edison, one of the most celebrated inventors of the time. Tesla began working for Edison immediately, tasked with improving Edison's direct current DC generators. While Tesla's brilliance was evident, the two men were fundamentally different. Edison was a practical inventor, focused on refining existing technology for profit, while Tesla was a visionary, driven by his quest to revolutionize how electricity was generated and distributed. The divide between their philosophies grew quickly. Tesla believed alternating current, AC, was the future of electrical power, capable of transmitting energy over long distances with minimal loss. Edison, on the other hand, championed his direct current system, which required power stations every few miles and was inefficient for larger networks. Tensions between the two escalated when Tesla proposed his AC system to Edison, only to be dismissed. Edison allegedly scoffed at Tesla's ideas, famously saying, "It's a waste of time. Stick with DC, it works." Feeling undervalued and frustrated, Tesla eventually left Edison's company to pursue his own vision. This departure marked the beginning of what would come to be known as the War of the Currents, a fierce competition between Edison's direct current and Tesla's alternating current. At stake was nothing less than the future of electrical power. Tesla's bold ideas and relentless determination set him on a collision course with Edison, but they also paved the way for one of the most transformative periods in technological history. As the battle for the electrical grid intensified, Tesla's brilliance would soon capture the attention of a powerful ally, one who would help him bring AC to the world. After leaving Edison, Nikola Tesla found himself struggling financially, but his determination to revolutionize electricity never wavered. His breakthrough came in 1887, when he developed the polyphase induction motor, a device that utilized alternating current, AC, to create a rotating magnetic field. This invention was not just ingenious, it was transformative, offering a more efficient and practical solution for transmitting electricity over long distances. Tesla's innovation caught the attention of George Westinghouse, a prominent industrialist and a staunch supporter of AC technology. Recognizing the potential of Tesla's work, Westinghouse purchased the patents for the polyphase motor and other related technologies. He also brought Tesla on as a consultant, giving him the platform and resources to further develop his AC systems. Together, Tesla and Westinghouse championed the adoption of AC, directly challenging Thomas Edison and his direct current DC system. This rivalry became known as the War of the Currents. Edison, unwilling to cede ground, launched a campaign to discredit AC, labeling it dangerous and unsuitable for widespread use. He even staged public demonstrations where animals were electrocuted with AC to frighten the public. Despite Edison's fear tactics, the advantages of AC were undeniable. Tesla's system was more efficient, capable of delivering electricity over vast distances with less energy loss, something DC could not achieve. The ultimate victory for AC came in 1893, when Tesla and Westinghouse successfully lit the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago entirely with alternating current. This spectacular demonstration cemented AC's place as the future of electricity. Shortly after, Tesla's designs powered another monumental achievement, the world's first hydroelectric power plant at Niagara Falls. This project symbolized the triumph of Tesla's vision, as the electricity generated by the falls brought light and power to homes and industries miles away. In the end, Tesla's AC system became the standard for electrical power worldwide, reshaping modern life. His partnership with Westinghouse and his contributions to the War of the Currents secured his place as one of the greatest innovators in history. Through his unwavering belief in the potential of alternating current, Tesla had truly electrified the world. As Tesla's innovations gained recognition, he quickly became one of the most fascinating figures in the world of science. His work was not just confined to laboratories. It was brought to life in public demonstrations that captivated audiences and showcased the limitless potential of electricity. Tesla had a flair for the theatrical, often turning his presentations into unforgettable performances. In one famous demonstration, he allowed electrical currents to flow through his body, lighting lamps held in his hands without the use of wires. Spectators were awestruck as he seemingly controlled lightning, making the invisible force of electricity visible and tangible. Beyond these displays, Tesla's experiments with high-frequency currents led him to explore X-rays, even before they were formally discovered by Wilhelm Röntgen. Using his own X-ray equipment, Tesla produced some of the earliest images of the human body, pioneering work that would later transform medicine. He understood the potential of this technology, though much of his work in this area was overshadowed by other advancements at the time. Tesla's true moment in the spotlight came in 1893 at the Chicago World's Fair, also known as the World's Columbian Exposition. Westinghouse and Tesla won the bid to provide power for the fair, beating out General Electric, which was still loyal to Edison's direct current. The event was a defining moment for Tesla and AC power. The fairgrounds were illuminated entirely by Tesla's alternating current system, creating a dazzling spectacle that left millions of visitors in awe. For many, it was their first encounter with electric light, and Tesla's technology became synonymous with progress and modernity. The fair was not just a triumph of engineering, but a cultural moment that solidified Tesla's reputation as a pioneer. It was proof that his vision for the future was not only possible, but already transforming the world. Through his mesmerizing demonstrations and groundbreaking work, Tesla rose to international fame, embodying the very spirit of innovation. His ability to turn science into spectacle made him a figure of both admiration and wonder, ensuring that his name would be remembered for generations to come. Tesla's vision extended far beyond simply improving electrical systems. He dreamed of a world where power could be transmitted wirelessly to anyone, anywhere, without the need for cables, wires, or costly infrastructure. At the heart of this dream was his ambitious project, Wardenclyffe Tower. Constructed in the early 1900s on Long Island, New York, Wardenclyffe was an extraordinary feat of engineering. Tesla envisioned it as a global wireless transmission hub, capable of delivering electricity and communication signals across continents. He believed that the Earth itself could act as a conductor, channeling electromagnetic waves to any point on the globe. Tesla's work at Wardenclyffe was bold and groundbreaking, but it came with enormous financial demands. For funding, he turned to J.P. Morgan, one of the most influential financiers of the time. Morgan initially supported Tesla's vision, investing a significant sum in the project. However, their partnership soon became strained. As Tesla's ideas evolved, he revealed his ultimate goal to Morgan, providing free energy to the world. This altruistic vision clashed with Morgan's business interests. Free power threatened the profitability of utility companies and other industries reliant on traditional power systems. Realizing there would be no financial return, Morgan cut off further funding. Despite Morgan's withdrawal, Tesla continued working on Wardenclyffe, pouring his own money into the project and even mortgaging his patents. He was determined to prove that wireless power was not only possible, but transformative. However, without sufficient financial backing, the tower was never completed. By 1917, the structure was dismantled, and Tesla's dream of free global energy faded into history. Wardenclyffe represented the pinnacle of Tesla's idealism and ambition. It showcased his belief that technology could unite humanity and eliminate barriers of cost and access. Although the project ultimately failed, it remains a testament to Tesla's visionary thinking. His experiments with wireless power laid the groundwork for modern technologies, from wireless communication to advancements in energy transmission, ensuring his dream lives on in new and unexpected ways. As Tesla's career progressed, his relentless pursuit of innovation took him to new heights and new challenges. One of his most famous creations, the Tesla coil, became the centerpiece of his experiments. This device, capable of generating high-voltage, low-current electricity, was not only a scientific marvel, but also a tool for exploring the mysteries of energy and its transmission. In 1899, Tesla moved his research to Colorado Springs, a location that offered him the space and isolation needed for his bold experiments. Here, he built an enormous Tesla coil that produced massive electrical discharges, creating artificial lightning bolts that arced across the sky. His experiments illuminated the surrounding countryside, with some sparks reaching over 30 feet in length. It was during this time that Tesla began exploring the concept of wireless power transmission in earnest. He believed the Earth itself could be used as a giant conductor, and his experiments in Colorado Springs provided tantalizing glimpses of what might be possible. He even managed to light lamps wirelessly from miles away, demonstrating the potential of his ideas. Amid these groundbreaking experiments, Tesla made an extraordinary claim. He believed he had detected signals from extraterrestrial life. Using his high-frequency receivers, Tesla recorded a series of regular beeps that he interpreted as intelligent communication from another planet. Though dismissed by many as speculative, Tesla was convinced that he had made contact with beings from Mars or elsewhere in the universe. These assertions, combined with his increasingly ambitious projects, began to strain Tesla's reputation. Many viewed his ideas as eccentric or overly fantastical. Nevertheless, Tesla remained undeterred, driven by an unwavering belief in the potential of his discoveries. While his time in Colorado Springs marked some of his most spectacular achievements, it also foreshadowed the struggles ahead. Tesla's visionary experiments pushed the boundaries of science, but they often lacked the financial support and immediate practical applications needed to sustain them. Yet even in the face of mounting challenges, Tesla's determination to unlock the secrets of energy and the universe never faltered. His work during this period would inspire generations of scientists and engineers, proving that no idea is too bold if it has the potential to change the world. As Tesla's groundbreaking ideas grew more ambitious, his financial troubles began to mount. His grand visions, often years ahead of their time, required vast amounts of funding to develop. Yet, many of his projects lacked immediate commercial value, leading investors to pull back. The collapse of his Wardenclyffe Tower project was a particularly heavy blow. With J.P. Morgan refusing further investment and no other financiers willing to take the risk, Tesla found himself in dire financial straits. Despite mortgaging his patents and personal property, he was unable to save the project. The tower was eventually dismantled, symbolizing not just the end of an era, but the beginning of Tesla's financial decline. Tesla's struggles were further compounded by the success of others who had built upon his earlier work, often without acknowledgement. One of the most notable cases was Guglielmo Marconi, who received widespread acclaim and a Nobel Prize for developing radio technology. Tesla was outraged, as he believed Marconi's work relied heavily on his own patents from the 1890s. Determined to reclaim recognition, Tesla filed a series of lawsuits against Marconi. However, these legal battles dragged on for years and drained what little resources Tesla had left. To add insult to injury, the courts initially sided with Marconi, leaving Tesla without the credit or compensation he felt he deserved. By this time, Tesla's financial situation had become precarious. He was forced to live in modest accommodations, moving from one New York hotel to another, often leaving behind unpaid bills. Once celebrated as a genius, he now faced the indignity of being labeled a vagrant by some. Despite his declining fortunes, Tesla never stopped pursuing his ideas. He continued to register patents for smaller inventions, licensing improvements in speedometers and flow meters to generate modest income. But these efforts were not enough to sustain him, and he spent his later years in relative obscurity. It wasn't until after his death in 1943 that Tesla finally received justice in his dispute with Marconi. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Tesla's patents were indeed the foundation of radio technology, restoring his rightful place in history. Though plagued by financial struggles and overlooked by his contemporaries, Tesla's unwavering commitment to his ideas ensured that his legacy would endure. His work, once undervalued, would later be recognized as the bedrock of modern technological innovation. By the 1920s, Nikola Tesla's life had taken a quieter, more isolated turn. Once celebrated as a genius and pioneer, he now found himself drifting further from the public eye. His grand visions, while foundational to modern technology, were too far ahead of their time to garner the support or recognition he deserved. Living in a series of modest hotels across New York City, Tesla became increasingly reclusive. Much of his time was spent feeding pigeons in Bryant Park, an activity that brought him a measure of peace. He even formed an unusual bond with a particular pigeon, claiming it was the closest connection he had to a living being. Tesla's eccentricities became more pronounced during this period. He developed an obsessive fixation with cleanliness, refused to shake hands, and avoided physical contact to the point of calculating the exact distance he needed to maintain from others. He was also deeply particular about numbers, insisting that everything in his life be divisible by 3, from his steps to the volume of his meals. Despite his isolation, there were moments when the world remembered the brilliance of Nikola Tesla. In 1931, on his 75th birthday, he was featured on the cover of Time magazine. The article celebrated his contributions to the world of electricity and engineering, briefly reigniting interest in his life and work. Letters poured in from admirers, including Albert Einstein, acknowledging Tesla's role in shaping modern science. Tesla used these moments to share his thoughts on the future. In press interviews, he made bold predictions, including ideas about interplanetary communication, harnessing cosmic rays for energy, and advances in wireless technology. Though some of his claims seemed fantastical, they captured the imagination of a world that had not forgotten his genius entirely. However, these brief resurgences in popularity could not lift the shadow of his struggles. His financial troubles persisted, and his refusal to commercialize his inventions left him without the wealth his contributions merited. To many, he was seen as an eccentric relic of a bygone era, a man whose mind soared too high for the world to follow. Tesla's isolation in the 1920s marked the twilight of his remarkable career, but it also highlighted his uncompromising dedication to his ideals. Though misunderstood in his later years, Tesla's work and vision laid the groundwork for a future he would not live to see. A future where his name would shine brighter than ever. In the later years of his life, Nikola Tesla made headlines with a bold and controversial claim. He had designed a death ray, a particle beam weapon that could revolutionize warfare. Tesla envisioned this invention as a tool so powerful it could end all conflict by making war itself obsolete. According to Tesla, the device would emit a concentrated beam of high-energy particles, capable of destroying fleets of enemy aircraft, tanks or ships from hundreds of miles away. He claimed it could create an impenetrable defensive shield, rendering entire armies powerless. Tesla called it a peace weapon, believing it would deter aggression and promote global stability. He offered his design to multiple governments, including the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union, pitching it as a means to secure national defense. Tesla's proposals were met with a mix of intrigue and skepticism. While some saw the potential of his vision, others doubted the feasibility of such a weapon. Critics argued that the technology to produce and sustain the required energy levels simply did not exist. Tesla's attempts to secure funding for the project also faltered. His declining reputation, coupled with the audacity of his claims, made governments hesitant to invest in what many considered an impractical or even impossible concept. Despite this, Tesla remained convinced of its viability, even warning hotel staff that a prototype he had built could explode if mishandled. The scientific community largely dismissed Tesla's death ray as the product of an aging inventor's overactive imagination. Without the resources to build and demonstrate a working model, Tesla was unable to prove his claims. As the years went on, the project faded into obscurity, leaving many to wonder whether the death ray was a missed opportunity or a fantastical dream. However, Tesla's ideas about focused energy beams were not entirely without merit. Decades later, advancements in particle physics and laser technology would echo some of Tesla's concepts, proving that his thinking was, once again, ahead of its time. The death ray remains one of Tesla's most controversial and mysterious projects. Whether it was a genuine breakthrough or a visionary's final unfulfilled dream, it symbolized Tesla's enduring desire to push the boundaries of science and imagine a world transformed by technology. As the years wore on, Nikola Tesla's health began to deteriorate, marking the final chapter of his extraordinary life. His once boundless energy faded, and he became increasingly frail, retreating further into solitude. Tesla's modest living conditions reflected the financial hardships that had plagued him for much of his later years. He spent the last decade of his life residing at the Hotel New Yorker, a small suite serving as both his home and workspace. Tesla maintained a strict routine, subsisting on a diet of boiled vegetables and warm milk. He avoided physical contact with others and remained deeply conscious of germs, often keeping a measured distance from anyone he interacted with. Despite his declining health, Tesla continued to entertain occasional visitors, including admirers and younger scientists eager to learn from the legendary inventor. One of his most unusual routines involved feeding pigeons in Bryant Park. Tesla found solace in these creatures, forming an especially deep connection with one white pigeon he described as his true companion. In a poignant reflection of his isolation, Tesla once remarked that his love for this pigeon was as profound as any human relationship. By 1942, Tesla's health had taken a severe turn. He spent most of his days confined to his bed, increasingly detached from the world around him. In his final months, his mind seemed to drift between reality and the vivid imagination that had fueled his genius throughout his life. On January 7, 1943, Nikola Tesla passed away quietly in his sleep at the age of 86. He died of heart failure in his room at the Hotel New Yorker. His body was discovered later by a hotel maid, ending a life that had been both monumental and enigmatic. Tesla's death sparked a wave of tributes from around the world. Letters of condolence poured in from scientists, political leaders, and admirers, including Eleanor Roosevelt and Vice President Henry Wallace. His funeral was held at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York City, attended by over 2,000 people, a testament to the respect and admiration he still commanded despite his humble circumstances. After his death, Tesla's work and papers became the subject of great interest. The U.S. government briefly seized his documents, searching for any valuable secrets, though most were later released to his family and are now housed in the Tesla Museum in Belgrade. Tesla's final days may have been marked by solitude and frailty, but his legacy endured, shining brighter with each passing decade. Though the man had passed, the ideas and inventions he brought to life continued to illuminate the world, a testament to his enduring genius and vision. Nikola Tesla's contributions to science and technology remain unparalleled. His pioneering work on alternating current, wireless communication, and renewable energy has become the backbone of modern life. The world he envisioned, a world of limitless potential fueled by innovation, is now closer than ever, thanks to his groundbreaking ideas. Though Tesla struggled for recognition in his lifetime, the years following his death have cemented his legacy. The world has come to appreciate his brilliance, not only for the inventions he brought to life, but for the bold vision of the future he inspired. His name now graces Tesla Inc., one of the most influential companies of the 21st century. Specializing in electric vehicles and sustainable energy, Tesla Inc. carries the spirit of his work forward, redefining how energy powers our lives. Tesla's influence extends beyond technology. He has become a cultural icon, celebrated in books, films, and even video games. Statues of Tesla stand in major cities, his patents are displayed in museums, and his name is synonymous with genius and innovation. Perhaps what resonates most is Tesla's unwavering belief in using technology to improve humanity. He dreamed of a world where power was accessible to all, where innovation lifted barriers, and where science served as a force for good. Though he didn't live to see these dreams realized, his work has inspired countless scientists, engineers, and visionaries who carry his torch forward. Today, Tesla is remembered as more than an inventor. He is a symbol of creativity, perseverance, and the transformative power of ideas. His legacy continues to shape the world, proving that even in the face of adversity, true genius endures. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the remarkable life of Nikola Tesla. His story is one of inspiration, resilience, and innovation, a testament to the power of dreaming big. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Bytes for more incredible stories of the people who shaped history. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep dreaming. See you soon.